Bottom of the lineup due up for the Hawkeyes, Will Mulfler, Ben Wilmus, and Cade Moss. I mean, they are the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Hoxie, but they have been red hot these last couple of days. Moss had that base hit to get the bottom of the fifth going, and they ended up taking 3 runs. But it'll be Will Mulfler to lead things off here in the bottom of the sixth.
I think Moss has been the name of the weekend. Game-winning hit yesterday. Today, gets a single in his first at-bat, walks, or gets hit by pitch in his last at-bat. So just working these at-bats really well, doing a great job behind the plate as well. And it's so good to have him back in the lineup if you're Rick Heller.
Will Mulfler had a couple of hits yesterday. 0 for 2 so far today. And now in a 1-1 count with Drew Dixon back on the mound. Picked up a strikeout after relieving Peter Michael. That one's called a strike. 2 runs did score, but they'll go on Michael's, or excuse me, 3 runs, of course, scored in the bottom of the fifth, but I think all 3 of them will go on Peter Michael's scorecard. 1-2. This one's driven out towards center. Arnone over. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Solid contact from Mulfler, but kept it low, and Arnone only had to go a few steps to his right to make the catch.
Yeah, this Northwestern defense has been very solid all weekend long. That outfield communication has been great.
So here's Ben Wilmus, 0 for 1 today. Walked in the second, struck out in the fourth. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth. That one drifts inside for ball 1. Solid crowd here at Dwayne Banks Field as it was yesterday, even with some dark clouds in the skies, no sun, and it's windy. Hawkeye fans still out in abundance.
They show up and they show out, and you know it's been a pretty good weekend weather-wise. Of course, we pushed the game back due to rain, but you know it's still not too cold. As you know, some of these weekends in May can be here in Iowa. You never know what you're going to get.
With the pushback time, got an extra hour of sleep. I was certainly okay with that. Here's the 1-2 on Wilmus. That one gets by.
I was up at 6, AJ.
All right, that's okay. Proud of you.
It's finals week.
Yeah, I need to sleep in and get ready for finals.
Told myself I was going to study. I did not.
I was going to say, you didn't study.
I did not.
When was the last time you went to the library? No comment?
Foul ball.
Wilmus in an even 2-2 count with nobody on and 1 out. Cade Moss on deck. Dixon delivers. Fouled off. Good at bat here from Wilmus. Battling with 2 strikes. That one's up and in. Now Wilmus works a full count.
Yeah, Dixon works his pitches really well up and down. You know, came into a tough spot. Now he's got a clean inning. It seems like he's got a good grip on these Hawkeye hitters through so far.
3-2 off speed, popped up left side. Livermore over. He will now come flying in. Wind really keeping it up there, and Livermore will make the catch for out number 2. He started in shallow left and came all the way over to right in front of the second baseman, Selfon, and he made the catch.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know how far that ball traveled in there. That was a tough one, you know, but good concentration there from Livermore to, you know, settle and make the grab.
Well, just like the center fielder is the captain of the outfield and can call off anybody to make a catch, the shortstop is the captain of the infield and can call off anybody, even if he has to go from his shortstop position over to second base to make a catch.
Yeah, and he did just that. You know, he had the best track on it, and sometimes, you know, you got to run across the diamond to get the ball, but you know how fast that wind is taking it. So whoever sees it off the bat right away, it's usually gonna be the guy with the best chance to make the play.
Here's Cade Moss, 1-0, off speed, misses upstairs, ball 2. Had a single back in the second, was hit by a pitch in the fifth, came around to score. Got the inning started in the fifth, which led to 3 runs. That one misses upstairs, ball 3. 3-0. Called a strike on the inside corner. Top of the order due up next, and Andy Nelson, if we get there. That one misses low, ball 4. Cade Moss works a walk.
And we saw Andy Nelson get that push bunt single in his last at-bat. Hasn't had the weekend he's wanted so far, but sometimes that's all it takes. It doesn't have to be pretty, but him getting on base just, it resets. It resets your weekend. You don't have to look at the stat sheet anymore. How many at-bats am I hitless in? It's all up to him now.
Well, it was a beautiful push bunt like you talked about. I mean, it's kind of a dying baseball mentality is bunting and stealing, but Rick Heller, not in Iowa City.
Not in Iowa City,
It's
Mr.
why we
Rister.
call it Heller ball. It's something that sticks around here in Iowa City, and even in warm-ups, they have to go through a bunting warm-up before practice. You start with the batting cage, and then you go around and do a bunting drill.
Well, read an article earlier this week. Jake Olson from the DI wrote a great article on Iowa's offense and how it's evolved over the years. Rick Heller having such a good control of the offense. He works his warm-up, the way he runs his practices. It's just such a good piece about Rick Heller and this Hawkeye baseball team and how they've been so consistent. They do it the Iowa way and they do it the Rick Heller way.
It's paid off. I mean, Rick Heller, one of the winningest head coaches in Iowa baseball history and one of the winningest coaches in the NCAA as a active coach. That one's outside, ball 4. 4 straight pitches outside the zone for Andy Nelson.
And if you're Northwestern, you don't want this game to get away from you. You got some guys up in the bullpen warming up, but you got to be careful with this part of the lineup. You don't want to risk any more damage here. So be interested to see how much more of a leash Dixon has in this one.
Raider Tello digs in, 1 for 2 today. Walked and scored in the 5th, and a base hit in the 1st. Now it's 2 runners on and 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch, called a strike on the outside corner, just caught the paint. Nasty pitch from Dixon. Started over the middle, then just dipped down into the lower corner. 0-1. Another off-speed pitch, lined right side and through for a base hit. Moss will round third. He will come in to score. The throw into third. Nelson will slide in safely, and Raider Tello delivers an RBI single.
And Raider Tello, a good piece of hitting, an aggressive hitter. He's waiting for his pitch, and a guy who's thrown, quite a few consecutive balls in this inning. Raider Tello ready to do a good piece of hitting on it, waits on that pitch, and scores one for the Hawkeyes.
And Selfon was playing more up the middle, and Tello just right through the shift, went the other way. Delivers. With his family in from California, I'm sure they enjoyed that big clutch base hit. He'll keep the lineup rolling. Here's Davis Kopp with 2 on and 2 down. Fouls it off. Similar shift for Kopp here as it was for Tello. Selfon more up the middle, so big gap to the right side. Off speed, this one's driven out towards left, not giving chase at the warning track. Tracks it down for the out. What a play by Jackson Knott. Preston Knott able to track it down like a wide receiver. A basket catch for out number 3.
Yeah, good catch out there in left field. Keep the damage out of it. We'll head into the 7th inning. You are watching Big Ten Baseball right here on Big Ten Plus.